Hey everybody, Tim here for today's episode of Star Trek, The Next Generation, Season 1, Episode 3, Code of Honor. Where do you even start with this episode? I debated whether or not to do it or not, because there's no easy way to talk about it, but then I thought it'd be unfair to just skip it, and that would be kind of letting the episode win. I don't know. So this episode's pretty rough, as is most of the first season. And this episode gets a lot of criticism, a lot of hate, and it is what it is. It's difficult to talk about. Everybody has said, like, this is kind of the most racist episode ever, really, because it's about I almost said Kirk, because I'm so used to doing my original series videos. It's about Picard and the crew coming to a civilization that is, it's based on the African population, and they have a cure for a disease, which to me that's a stupid MacGuffin to begin with that we've seen over and over again. But then the king falls in love with Tasha and he kidnaps her, and then Tasha has to fight to the death with his current wife. So it's a difficult concept to talk about because it's based, the episode alien species whatever is all African, because supposedly it wasn't intended to be that way. But realistically, if you look at the episode and it was a mixed culture, would that make this episode better, or would the episode still be bad? Personally, like, this whole episode's pretty bad, just in general. It's interesting that Worf is not in this episode, because I looked up trivia, and there's almost no trivia, just everybody hates it. Worf, Michael Dorn, has said that this is the worst episode, and this is like one of the only, I think, 2 episodes of the entire series he's not in. So I've said that I felt like this whole first season was just kind of a remake of the original series episodes, and this one to me had a couple different flavors mixed in. For one, it kind of felt like Amok Time, which is a great episode. That's the one where Kirk and Spock fight, because of that. Tasha and the king's wife have that fight at the end, so I felt like it felt very Amok Time-ish to me in that part. And then it also felt a little bit like Paradise Syndrome as well, just because it's an entire population dedicated to one ethnicity. So in Paradise Syndrome, if you guys remember, that's when Kirk is stuck on a planet that's Native American. And so now we've seen the Native American planet, and now it's like an African planet. So again, there's right ways and wrong ways to handle it, and personally I felt like this was kind of the wrong way to deal with this episode. And there's a lot of stuff that people have said in the background, especially Will Wheaton has said a lot of different things about the director, and if I remember correctly, like, the director did not come back after this. But yeah, overall it's a rough episode. It's a difficult one to talk about, but it is what it is, and we can't really go any further with that. If you guys have seen it, let me know what you guys think, how you guys talk about this episode. Like I said, this is genuinely, or usually considered, the worst episode of the entire series. And even when I did the last episode, The Naked Now, some of you had even commented, like, yeah, this is a bad episode, but nothing compared to the next one. So let me know what you guys think, how you guys talk about it, because I really don't even know how to talk about it. Otherwise, I will see you guys tomorrow for The Last Outpost.